Right, you guys, we're back at you with another one on today. This is Raw Detroit. Get your popcorn ready because this is going to be a good one on today. We're going to talk about a prospect from Alabama, linebacker Henry Toto. So without further ado, we're going to talk about Henry. But before we talk about Henry, we're going to talk about the history with the Detroit Lions at the linebacker position. Now, I know you might be familiar with names like Ernie Sims, DeAndre Levy, Stephen Tulloch. None of these guys were Pro Bowl linebackers. Now, I know what you're saying. Wasn't DeAndre Levy one? No, he wasn't. Actually, he got snubbed. The year that Levy had all of those interceptions was probably the year that he should have been a Pro Bowl linebacker, but he did not get the nod. And that's probably because he plays for the Detroit Lions. Stephen Tulloch was a solid linebacker for the Detroit Lions as well. And Ernie Sims was too when he was with the Detroit Lions. But the best linebacker, well, I'm going to say the best two linebackers that has been in Detroit's history has been Chris Spielman and Joe Schmidt. Now, Joe Schmidt was a 10-time Pro Bowler. Chris Spielman was a 4-time Pro Bowler, but he was a 3-time All-Pro. So Chris Spielman was getting it in, man, and he was a defensive MVP in 93 and 94. He is the all-time leading tackler for the Detroit Lions with 1,138 tackles. So it's been a very, very long time, guys, that the Detroit Lions has gone without having a stud at the linebacker position. And I feel in 2022, this is a position that cannot no longer be neglected. It is time to go find that dog. It is time to go find that bull. Whatever you want to call it, the Detroit Lions need to find a stud at the linebacker position. Now, I'm not saying that the Lions will draft this kid, Henry, but definitely he is very talented, and you'll be able to see his body of work on this film as I'm talking through it. But at the same time, I'm not going to break down film on here. I'm just going to give you his trail. I'm just going to give you his trail. Now, he played at Tennessee, and he was pretty good when he was at Tennessee. And at Tennessee, he logged over 140 tackles, 12 and a half tackles for loss, and 1.5 sacks in 2 seasons with the Volunteers. Then he ended up transferring in 2020 over to the Alabama Crimson Tide, led the team in tackles his first season with 85 tackles, and he tied for second with 7.5 tackles for loss while ranking third on the team with 4 sacks. Now, Henry would probably be a Mike linebacker in the NFL. One thing I like about this kid is that he pursues the ball pretty well when it comes to being able to stop the run, and that's what they need. They need great linebackers that can get in there like a Micah Parsons. You see what he's doing over there in Dallas. They need one of these type of guys, whether it be a Henry or whether it be like a Christian Harris that's also on this Alabama team. They need to find a stud at linebacker. And it's time, man. It's been 26 to 27 years, guys, without having a Pro Bowl linebacker in Detroit. That is a very, very long time, man. So the Lions, if they want to get better, they can no longer avoid this position. Now, I do know that they picked up Derek Barnes, and he's going to be a part of the puzzle that the Lions are putting together. But you also have to go get another guy, and you got to go get a young guy. Now, Alex Anzalone, he may come back to the team next season, but at the same time, you don't want to neglect the fact that you can go out and get a stud at linebacker. You know, guys like Brandon Smith, guys like Henry, guys like Devin Lloyd that you can also pick up. But Henry, man, he's ferocious against the run. He's very decent in pass coverage, extremely versatile linebacker. Despite his build and makeup, he holds up well in traffic, and he makes a lot of plays engaging the blocks, shredding through blocks, and pursuing the football well. So he is good when it comes to getting in the backfield, just like you see on this play right here, stopping the run in the backfield. That is something that we need, man. I remember times of old watching DeAndre Levy be able to shoot through gaps and get in the backfield and cause havoc. That's what the Detroit Lions need in 2022, a guy that's going to cause havoc. And definitely this kid is a solid linebacker, and I think that the talent is there with him, and he could be a potential target or a point of interest for the Detroit Lions. But at the same time, you're looking for the right guy that's going to fit what you're trying to do, because you're trying to ultimately build something in Detroit. You're trying to not continue to have to draft the same positions over and over and over again. You're trying to get a guy that's going to be a stud at a linebacker, the guy that's going to come in and know his role, whether he's starting or he's a plug and play guy or he's in a rotation. You want to make sure that you get a linebacker that's going to be a dog. And I think that the Detroit Lions definitely need to find a dog at the linebacker position. They have gone 26 to 27 years without having a Pro Bowl caliber linebacker. That's a very long time, guys, to be able to have a Pro Bowl linebacker. So the Detroit Lions got to do their homework. It's a lot of linebackers coming out in this draft. Even if they don't go with Henry, there's other guys like Chad from Wyoming, Chad Moma from Wyoming. You got guys like Nakobe Dean. They might not be able to get their hands on a Nakobe Dean, but guys like Damone Clark, guys like Owen Papo, guys like that, they need to find a stud at linebacker. It's been a very, very long time for this franchise not to have a guy at the linebacker position that commands the respect of others. The Detroit Lions haven't had that. Now, what I can say about Henry, he shows that toughness. He's great when it comes to being able to pursue the ball carrier. He's great at doing that. He has great instincts and awareness out on the field, and he always has a knack to be able to get to the football. That's one thing that I saw on film with him, and I was really, really like just studying this kid and looking at this kid like, man, could he be a possible target that the Lions could take, well, maybe in the third or the fourth round? You just never know where you can get a talent like this at. But they need to find a guy that can plug and play, a guy that's going to eventually be a leader for this Detroit Lions and the face of the team. They haven't had that in a long time. Chris Spillman, guys like Levy, Tulloch, Ernie Sims, they was the face on the defense. And you haven't had that in a while. So you have to go out there and do whatever you have to do to be able to go find a werewolf or a silverback gorilla at the linebacking position. Henry is very good when it comes to read and reaction. His read and reaction is really, really good. He's very good at locating the football and going through traffic. You know, there are some guys that are at the linebacker position that just know how to get through traffic. And then there are some guys that's shredding off and trying to figure how to get to the ball carrier, when there's other guys that just know how to get and maneuver or navigate their way to the ball carrier. And that's what you want at the linebacker position. You want somebody that is great in coverage, and not only great in coverage, they have great instincts to be able to stop the run in the backfield and be able to read and react and know what plays are going on out there. Somebody that's going to command this huddle. I definitely believe if the Detroit Lions grab a linebacker this season, he has to be a smart guy. He has to be a guy that can come in here and be able to help propel this defense to get to the next level. And I think if they do that, man, skies is going to be the limit. But this guy handles a lot of things, especially when it comes to misdirection and the change of direction and his ability to be able to see things in the backfield. He's great at that. Being able to pursue the ball in the backfield is something that you want to see from your linebacker. Getting tackles for loss, being able to hit the running back at the point of attack, right in the hole, just like you just saw that play right there. Being able to know and understand what you need to do to be able to be all you can be at the linebacker position. Being a great tackler, that's something that the Lions haven't had. They don't have too many guys that are great tacklers. But all right, you guys, next time I'll get back to you soon with another video. Peace.